Hey Janice, Rob Wild, Swing Vision Pro. My 1 o'clock canceled, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to go ahead and get this out to you. Pardon me. So you'd have it in your hands and you can take some time to review it and go over some of the things we went over. What I'm going to do at first is just let the tape run and let you see about 2, 3 of your swings without really any interjection. If I see it necessary, I will interject and put some thoughts and some information into your mind, but probably won't. Probably just let it run. I want you to see what you were doing. This is what you were doing when you fresh off the streets came to my door. So here we go. This is your golf swing when you came to see me. You will notice that you're hitting it right down the middle with your release. You're saving this club with your release, and you are hitting the ball right down the middle. Okay, so now I'm going to stop this. Bear with me for just a minute. I'm going to get you back into where we're getting ready to go to the swing, and we're going to go over some of the things we talked about. Give me 1 second. Okay. Obviously, the first thing we talked about is the setup position. The setup position allows us to make a nice, fluid golf swing without hindering ourselves by the body positions we create. The first thing we look at is your knee flex, which equates to weight balance. You are back on your laces a little bit, actually quite a bit. So what we want to do is we want to get on the balls of our feet, just right here, so we can make an athletic move into the golf ball. All right. The next thing we looked at spine angle. If I created your spine angle here, well, first let me just create what we have here. Okay, I come to here, then I got something like this going on, and then I got something like this going on. That's that little bent thing I showed you. Okay, in an ideal world, if there ever were one, this is what I'd much rather see out of you. Okay, and that's going to require. Right now, you're looking over the golf ball. Okay. If your head was back into this position here, your eyes are here, you'd be looking more down your nose at the golf ball. And that's what I really would prefer, because it's going to give us a lot flatter swing plane, and it's going to make us allow us to hit down on the golf ball really, really nicely. Okay? So I'm going to bring you through it. Here we go. And now we're in the halfway back position, which is not horrible. It's not horrible here, but it's not exactly ideal either. You've got the club behind you a little bit, which means if I come out, it's going more this way, and our target would be here, okay? So that's somewhat that halfway back position. Actually, what I'm going to do after I send you this email is I'm going to forward you those 2 pictures of Ricky Fowler, so you'll have a mental image of the positions I'd like you to achieve, okay? So here we go. Take you forward again. And now with that hanging shoulder, you're going to notice what we get right here. Let me do it blue so you can see it. Is we get blockage, which means your shoulder is higher than your chin, okay? That's going to block. Every time we block, we must bend our arms to get back. Here we go. And that's exactly what you do. Number 1, you bend your arms, okay? And number 2, we create quite a bit of air in here between your right elbow and your right side. What this is going to tend to make us do is make us make an arm swing only and not utilize the larger muscles of our body. And by utilizing the larger muscles of our body, we're going to be able to hit it a lot farther. Okay? So we're going to bring you down. So we've got, let me take you back to the top. Yeah, that was the top. Let me just get you back. So you see we have a significant bend in this arm, right? That is a manipulation. Okay? We got around a 26-degree bend in that arm. Again, manipulation, which means at some point we're going to have to straighten that out. So if we manipulate, at some point we got to straighten it out. Problem with manipulations is we tend to either do one of 2 things: we undershoot them or we overshoot them. Neither one is good. All right. So I'm going to bring you forward a little bit. Here we get into here, and right here, get all this other crap out of your way. Right here is your OS moment. Because I've got a nice straight arm. I'm tucked in really nice to my side right here. So from here down, if this chin wasn't in the way, now that we're making our down or follow through string, this chin is going to actually separate and move to the left, which is okay, because there's no need to be out of the way that way. But in your backswing, we must be out of the way to allow that shoulder to come through and maintain that straight left arm. Okay? So here we come. come down through into the golf ball, and your release is beautiful. If I were to take a look at this thing again, this is when you came off the street. This is beautiful. That is absolutely ideal, okay? Don't change it. Do not change it. I want you practicing that release drill I showed you just so we can even get the timing down better and better and better. But if we look at this again, take a look. This is my dead center, okay? And if we forward your ball, boom, boom, boom. You see you're traveling right. Trajectory of this ball is dead center, okay? You're going right down the center of the fairway with this ball, okay? That's it right there. That's the trajectory you're on. It's a beautiful straight. You'll notice you are keeping your head down here. You started peaking later on, but you are keeping your head down here. Let's go all around. Come on around. And weight shift is really good, okay? And the way I know that, again, is this foot's vertical. That means it has no weight on it, which means you've transferred all your weight from your right to your left. And typically I know that as well because I'm going to see the belt buckle either pointed at the target or left of the target. You're a little left of the target, which means you transfer all of your weight from the right side to the left side. Okay? But you've done that just following your arms. Okay? Now, let's go look at, after we worked together, made some changes. Let me see which one I want to show you here. Let's see what we got here. Let me see this one. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Okay. All right. Now let's re-examine this. Okay. We go to the knee flex. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Okay. We're coming down. Again, it's hard to tell in jeans, but I'm really looking for your kneecap, which is about right there, and coming straight down on that. Now we're on the balls of our feet. Okay. Like I said, when we come through, we want to be on those balls of our feet so we can make an athletic move into the golf ball. If I were to take a look at your spine angle here, it's really nice again. Need to head back just a little more, but much better than it was. Okay? So head back typically equates to chin up. Okay? So if we can get that chin up, and arms and hands are hanging nicely. Okay? So we're going to get back into our halfway back position. Here we come. Bear with me, please. And we're going to get halfway back right there. Okay, we're a little behind the line, which means this club has gotten behind us just a little bit, because if I were to draw a line out, it's going this way, okay? And again, we talked about that. What I want to see is this flat, 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 and this is because you overshot it just a little bit, and you haven't completely cocked your wrist at this point. But what I want to see is flat, 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 so it's going this way, okay? In order for that to go this way, this club's got to be coming this way. Okay, so it's got to be more in front of you and more toe up, right? And again, I'll send you that position so you know exactly what it looks like. But overall, knee flex, look how beautifully we stayed in that knee flex, okay? Pardon me, I'll grab the correct one. Take a look at our knee flex, take a look at our knee flex, and I'm going to take a look at our golf height, which is imperative we maintain so we come back into the golf ball at the same angle of attack, okay? And here we go. So we're halfway back. Now we're going to take it. See, you continue cocking right here. I'm just going to show you this back and forth. Okay, so you're not all the way back here. You're continuing to cock beyond halfway. We want to achieve that halfway cock position immediately, okay? Because then we're done. The golf swing, we're set to make our golf swing, which means now all we have to do is turn, drop, and release, okay? So here we go. So we got a little squirrely there, so I want to work on correcting that. Okay, we're at the top of the backswing. Now I want to look at this. I want to get this crap out of some of this. Let's see what I want to get out of that here. I really want to get that chin out of the way. Now look what we have. We have a high chin and a low shoulder. If this head were back even farther and more straight, which I really, really want, then we would have total clearance under there, and you would be able to bring this arm back. Right now, it's relatively straight. Has a little bit of a bend. The reason it has a little bit of bend is because this right arm is creeped out just a little bit from your side. But you've maintained your height. You've also maintained your knee flex. Okay? Knee flex and height are going to equate to the same thing. So the biggest way to stay in your knee is to think about staying in your height. All right? So now from here down, all we have to do is drop and slot and release the golf club. So here we come. Come back. You'll notice that if you achieve that position right in the first place, you're pretty much going to achieve it right here again. Again, because we were off a little bit to start with, we're still off a little bit again here. Pardon me, wrong tool, got the right one. We're still off a little bit here. Okay, our butt's still pointing this way. And that's because we were off when we set it. Okay, so we need to get it set right so we can release right. Okay, you recover this, I think, with your hands. Here we go. Forward. Make contact, hit down on the golf ball, and yes, you recover it with your hands. Bring your attention to something that's beautiful. A thing of beauty. If your head were back a little bit better, it would give you, it's going to keep you from wanting to dip down that head for one thing. But again, who can argue with right down the middle? Okay? You can play golf like this all day long. All right? And look at that. Boom. There you are. Right down the middle. Okay? I'm going to highlight that for you so you can see it in live living color. There you are. You're traveling right down the middle. Notice your head is down. Okay? Maintain that head down. If you look up, you will not like what you see. Okay? So those are the things I want you working on. Staying in your knee flex. That's getting that halfway back with the wrist cock position in place. Then making a twist. And then just drop, slot, and release. Okay? I want you thinking about all of these things when you're on the driving range. When you go to play golf, I want you to clear your mind. Use your subconscious as I informed you. I also want you to only have 2 swing thoughts. One is level halfway back. The other is drop and release at the golf ball. Okay? Those are the only 2 things you need to worry about. Everything else will take place on its own automatically if you put in the practice time. That's why you kind of said, oh, let's go play. And I was like, no, let's go practice. Okay? Because you really need to practice before you play. You want to see the results, and that's the way we see results. We work on the techniques and the methods on the driving range, and then we go play golf. Okay? Playing golf, I don't want to hear this laundry list. Okay? Do not. No negative talk, no negative thoughts. That's unfortunate. Okay? So, pleasure meeting with you and Mike. Enjoyed working with you. Hope you put this to practice. We're going to get you better and better. You should actually be playing better right now. Okay? With 3 lessons, you'll be kicking the girl's butt, so no big deal. Just trust me and follow my directions. All right? So for right now, I want to thank you for your business, thank you for your trust you've placed in me, and wish you a great big one. Aloha.